Hey guys, Gaming Unsealed Zomar here. So I did a little bit of farming. I got a Balder shield. This is the Balder shield here. Apparently that guy had died. So I farmed up. Basically, one of the best ways to farming that I didn't mention in the last video was put your humanity at 10. It increases your chance of finding items, drops, and everything like that. I went ahead and farmed up a little bit more, so I got my Reinforced Club to +5, my Balder Shield to +5, made sure that both my Leather Armor and Sorcerer Gauntlets were at +3. This is as high as you can go with Standard Titanite.
Oh, please.
But I'm going to come to here, and I'm going to take what little souls I have left, and dump them into here.
Wait, friend. Where are you off to?
I'm off to go get some items and stuff. I'm going to rest here, get some flasks. I've done... My goal right now is to continue to get gear that I'm wearing, that I'm going to eventually be wearing. If you notice, I haven't upgraded my Thief's Masks, or, I think there's stairs here, yeah? There's the stairs. My Thief's Mask or my Thief Pants, or the black leather pants, because I don't plan on continue wearing them. In fact, I'm actually about to get the set of... I'm on my way to work to get a set of gear, which will be the pants I'm wearing. That's the Brigand pants. And later on, I'll be working on getting... the mask that I'll be wearing is the Shadow Helm, I guess. Come out here. I think it's in here. This is an area... I'm going to enter an area that I had found by accident very, very briefly in my normal playthrough. This isn't an area I've really explored a whole lot. You know, this is part of, like I said, I'm doing a little bit of research. I do plan on exploring this area at some point with my character, my standard character. But I do need to go here to get the gear, and this is one of the most effective ways to do it. So in my research, I know that those souls over there will wake up the dragon. It's not a fight that I particularly want to fight. Not right now, anyways. I might come back later just for shits and giggles. So a good portion of this guide, you'll notice, or this challenge, I'm going to be avoiding enemies, especially standard enemies, more than fighting them. Partly because I die fairly... That's a good thing I only have 13 souls. That was my fault, and the camera angle. But I die fairly easily because I'm a soul level 1 character. I don't have the vitality needed. I don't have all that. I'm trying to optimize armor, so yeah, my gear is good for where I am, but it's good. It's not great. It's not the best. Shit. The elevator boss. I was talking. I wasn't paying attention. I just lost my humanity. It's not a major deal. I'm not going to be too worried about it. I mean, it's not as bad. I'm not too worried about dying. This dying is going to happen. I'm going to lose souls. I'm going to lose humanity. Might as well get it out of the way now, right? Try to keep this episode a little bit short. Recover my 0. Die to the elevator boss. I might keep that in just to make you guys have a little bit of a chuckle. Anybody who has ever played World of Warcraft, especially during was it Wrath of the Lich King? Maybe, I forget. But one of the elevators in one of the boss fights was deemed the lift boss, or the elevator boss, because it would progress faster than you could fall. Than your free fall was. And because it would progress faster than the free fall, if people weren't ready right when the boss fight started, the lift started going down, and people would jump off trying to chase after it. And unless you were a mage with like slow fall, the only way that you would catch up to it is by hitting it when it hit the bottom. And when you hit the bottom, you took all of that fall damage, which would instantly kill you. And it got deemed the elevator boss because more people ended up dying to the elevator than they did the actual boss. I used to play World of Warcraft. I don't currently play, so those of you that are probably going to ask me, oh, what's your name and blah blah blah, what realm are you on, or what server are you on? I don't currently play. I got out of it for a good reason. Basically, the game is really addicting, and you know, it's also a pay-to-play RPG. You know, you have to pay a subscription fee, and at what point does running all of those dailies and everything become a job? You know, it's a job that you don't get paid for. It's a job that you pay to do. You know. But that's just my mentality on that. Not saying that WoW isn't a good game. I mean, for a good reason. Many... come on. As I was saying, many RPGs have based their game look and design and feel even to mimic World of Warcraft. For a good reason. They are the ones who set the standard. It was addicting. It's very successful. Alright, as you saw there, try to hug to the left a little bit. Wait till he starts breathing his lightning. And then run around him. On this bridge, I'm going to try to hug right. Breathing his lightning. That way I can kind of run around him. Oop. Let's go up here. Get out of the line of fire of all the lightning. They are not happy. Red Tearstone Ring. This is... The Red Tearstone Ring is going to be incredibly useful for boss fights. I'm going to kind of take advantage of it. And let's hope I don't die from this fall. And I did. Alright, I'm going to say fuck the retrieval because I know that there isn't really anything of value over there, so I'm just going to go right over here. Hop in this lift. This is a back entrance to the Moonlight Garden. There's going to be... I found... This is how I found the Valley of Drakes by accident, because I actually found this bonfire here in my normal playthrough. I didn't know where this led, and I saw the dragons, and I just kind of said, nope, and kind of left it, and went back the other way. After seeing how much damage those things did, you know, I think the Valley of Drakes is going to be something I'm going to have to come back for. But my goal here is to play around with this guy. Oh. You are vulnerable to backstabs. Interesting is the fact that he didn't get knocked to the ground with the backstab. The thing that makes this fight a little bit frustrating is you have to fight him in a very small area. You don't have a choice. man. The one attack that's not quick. He's also vulnerable to counterattacks. It just means opening up yourself. I fought him before and I did halfway decent. So I kind of still remember the timing on his attacks a little bit. By that I mean, you know, I'm just gonna fuck it all up. I believe that's enough to kill him. It is. Okay. Get a blue Titanite chunk from him. It would have been a little bit better if I still had my souls, but another thing I picked up is the green crest shield. Next goal is going to be to run up this path. I believe there's going to be a little twinkling lizard soon. Should be one. Did I miss it? Maybe it's... There it is. You want to get this guy, because if you don't get him really, really quick, he disappears on you, and you get the twinkling Titanite and the Titanite chunk. I believe Titanite chunks can be broken apart and give you large Titanite. I might be mistaken, but I believe that's what that is used for. I believe Titanite chunks also used for specific upgrades. I gotta come over here, get whatever this is. I believe this is some more souls. Oh, leather. Standard leather. And a bow that we can't use. So, this area you're just gonna run by and ignore. Now, there's the key that you get from behind the moonlit butterfly, and that opens this door here. The master key, I believe, also opens up this door here. But you're gonna want to be fairly careful when opening this door, because Havel is in here. And there he is. Hi, Havel. Havel is a knight with a very, very heavy weapon. I can block his attack. However, it pings for most of my endurance bar. And you're literally just going to do this over and over again. Get behind him, attack. That's basically his only vulnerability. I would not suggest trying to counter him. First off, I don't know if you can. He probably can if you get a good enough shield. I'm guessing the fact that I can actually block his attacks, I should be. Oop, and if he hits you, that's exactly what's going to happen if he hits you. All right, shall we try this again? So this is another method that you can do to get behind him. Is wait for him to attack, dodge behind him, like that, and then attack like that. I'm gonna try to see how much damage this does. I think while I'm in the room, I'm not gonna try. Oh, don't want to get smushed. So Havel can only leash that far. So you should be able to. Oh, he's just gonna hide. Come on. Oh wow. Another method that I've heard that people will commonly do is they'll run up the stairs and do plunging attacks on him. Since he is kind of slow, he can be vulnerable to plunging attacks. I don't know how easy it is to pull off. I haven't actually tried that method yet. But you just basically stay behind him. And I lucked out. A lot. Honestly. Gonna knock him down. Open up in a moment to do that. Living life a little bit dangerously. Okay, come on, Havel. Swing your hammer. Or mace. I guess it's more of a mace than a hammer. Bring him out just a little bit. I need him to actually miss me to open up a chance to get behind him. I don't like spinning in this direction around him. Get him away from the wall. I keep holding my shield out because, you know, I really don't want to get hit. And another thing you could do is you do the dodge roll, and I've noticed that it's just a little bit more consistent if I just pace around him like this, wait for him to start his swing, and then just literally walk around him like that. I'm already in position. I don't need to worry about, you know, repositioning myself. You know, it's also a bit of a panic. I circled too fast there, actually. Yeah, that's Havel. You have my respect, Havel. You have been a worthy foe. I can pick up Havel's ring. This will be useful if you want to go with a slightly heavier set, I guess. It just basically, since you're not putting any points into your stats, it makes it so you can actually wear some of the heavier gear and get slightly better gear without being over encumbered. Having a wolf's ring, though, is nice because the extra poise is amazing. I don't know if you can make up for that poise with other gear at with the limitations that you have. It's probably possible. I just don't know specifically. At least not this early, anyways. I can tell you that for a fact. You probably, no, chances are you cannot make up for that lack of endurance this early in the game. Now, coming back here for a couple reasons. I want to actually fight this knight. You know, for shits and giggles. Another thing I did when I was off screen when I was farming is I killed the Titanite demon. It was the big thing about killing the Titanite demon as this kind of a character is patience. Patience is key. Oh, he swings quick. There we go. Generally not a good idea to turn your back to your opponent like that. The camera angle made it really awkward for me. When he does a swing like that, that's up overhead, it's very easy to see. It's very easy to read. I got a Black Knight sword. I don't think just for shits and giggles, I want to just see what the requirements are for the Black Knight sword. I also got a Titanite shard, which would be nice. Black Knight sword. Yeah, it requires 20 strength. I have 12. I might, for shits and giggles, I wonder, actually. Just out of curiosity. Do I even have the stats to two-handed? No, I don't. Probably need like 13, knowing my luck. So, reasons why you wield the two weapons that, the two weapons that I have been wielding. There's also the blue sapphire, blue tearstone ring here. It's nice to pick up. I mean, you don't really need it per se. Another reason I'm going over here is because I haven't picked up the repair kit from the undead merchant here. It's, I believe, 2,000 souls to pick up. At some point, I'd suggest picking up the reinforcement kits from the blacksmith as well. It's just nice to not have to run to him to be able to reinforce your stuff. Now, I believe the limitation on that is you can't enhance your weapon. The reinforced club is nice because with it upgraded the way I do, I'm one-shotting basically everything around me at this level. I mean, granted, this is also a lower level area, but remember before I used to have to like 3-shot these guys. Going through all my upgrades of gear, it just goes to show you how valuable gear can be. You know, even just ranks in gear. Even the spear guys die in one hit. Don't want you sneaking up on me and hitting me while I'm in the merchant. I want some private time with the merchant. I don't want to share him. He gets to be mine with my private time with him.
Oh, I think I never hurt.
Love that laugh. Grab the repair box and a bottomless box.
Thank you kindly.
Now, if I wanted to, I could run back to the blacksmith here and go get that reinforcement kit, because I just got the repair kit, and I also just got the bottomless box. The bottomless box would be nice because we can just take all that worthless gear and throw it in the bottomless box. It'd be easier for later on when it comes down to changing gear and sorting through what we need and what we don't need. But I believe each of those pieces are 2,000, which means we need another 700. But I'm going back towards Firelink anyways. It's just a good starting point. So I'm going to probably use one of my consumables or farm another. I'll probably just end up farming another 400 souls, heading over to the blacksmith and picking up those. But I've got to keep this episode a little bit short because got one of the last remaining pieces of gear. We got a couple of Titanite shards. You know, we're in a better spot, and we only really, if we're going to continue the build where I am, and what I'm going for, we only need the shadow helmet at this point. So everything else we're wearing is what we're going to be using. We just need to upgrade our weapons beyond what they currently are, and but that'll come with time. But until then, I'm going back to farming and going to the blacksmith. I will catch you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.